guys, what's up? Back with another video. Today we're looking at the Pivo Smart Tripod system. So this is the box right here. We've done the unboxing. I played around with it a little bit, and I just wanted to share my thoughts and feedback because this is kind of a cool new piece of tech. Essentially, the tagline says it all: turn your smartphone into a cameraman. What it essentially is meant to do is sync with your phone over Bluetooth and then automatically track you as you move so that you don't have to adjust the camera angle. You can sort of set it and forget it and just let it do its thing, and it'll keep following your face or an object. So the Pivo has 3 different modes. Face tracking is the first mode. Essentially what it's gonna do, it's gonna look for your face in frame and it's gonna track it as you move around. My test results, face tracking worked pretty well. I was able to keep a track on me both close up and from a distance when I was standing face fully up or hunched over. Worked quite well. I did a couple of different tests in a couple of different lighting environments. No problems at all. Worked very well. The second tracking mode is called body. Now, this one is sort of mixed results. I really was hoping I could allow it to pinpoint certain parts of the body, but essentially all it was doing is sort of following the movements of my arms. I don't know if in other testing it would sort of track other motions. I'm assuming it would probably track legs. But yeah, I was sort of just waving my arm back and forth and hoping maybe I could get it to follow, for example, a hand watch or something else. But it was really just sort of extending out the sort of panning to follow the extension of my arm and then pulling back in again. So kind of a weird one. Maybe in my testing I missed some settings, but body tracking mode, kind of a mixed bag. Third tracking mode is called horse. I have no idea what this mode is supposed to do. It didn't do anything for me. I'm gonna maybe have to do a bit of reading up on that one, but yeah, no results found basically. Now the Pivo, it does have a lot of cool photo taking functionality, which I didn't explore yet. I really did purchase it for video. So for example, I could do a video like this and have the software sort of pan with me as I talk, or if I was doing like a walkthrough of a particular environment, for example, my home office, it could track me as I moved around without me having to adjust the tripod. So what does Pivo come with? Okay, so you've got the Pivo base here. This is a Bluetooth connected USB charging wireless tripod with a motor on the top. Essentially what happens is the software, depending on the tracking mode, is going to tell this base to swivel, and then using either the front or the rear camera, depending how you've set up the phone in the device, clamps in right here, which is very straightforward. That's going to essentially pivot the cameras to follow you. Photos, same thing, it'll auto lock on a face and then take the photo. Of course, it comes with your charging cable, the remote, and also a carrying pouch. I guess if you're maybe putting your tripod in a carrying case and you want to take the Pivo with you. The Pivo also has voice command control. Now, I didn't test this personally. However, I'm assuming it's as straightforward as saying, okay, take a picture, start a video, change the mode. Have to do a little bit more testing on that functionality, but that option is there in case you're looking for it. Now on the photo side of things, again, haven't done a lot of testing. However, you can do things like panoramic photos. The Pivo is literally gonna spin and create the perfect panorama. It has a tiny planet. I don't know if you've ever seen these kind of planet images online before, but that functionality is there as well. 50-50 relay, where it does a split, that's kind of cool as well. It also says you can do multi-streaming on live. Now, I don't know if that's through Pivo's own sort of proprietary network or through like a Facebook or a YouTube. Maybe something I could test out in the future through this channel actually. So why did I purchase the Pivo? Well, personally, I did see the ad online. I thought it looked kind of cool. It did take me a few days to make my decision. I went back and I kind of checked into it and I thought, you know what? I'm doing a lot of these sort of looking at the camera, talking, interactive videos. Having something like this that's tracking me a bit more naturally, so I don't have to go and cut and retake and redo a couple of clips. I thought that would be kind of cool. Didn't really see any point in purchasing it for photos personally. A lot of the pictures I take are landscapes. I don't really take a lot of pictures of myself, and when I do, they're typically with the front-facing camera, so I don't really need something like the Pivo that is adjusting. Now, this concept of a smart tracking tripod system for phones, it's not a new concept. I think Pivo is just sort of the newest, latest wave to sort of do it. Now the product is a little bit pricey, especially if you want the carrying case. It's not included normally, but yeah, and another thing to note, if you are in Canada and you're purchasing the Pivo, you will have to pay import fees when it's delivered. I ended up paying about $14 in addition to the shipping fees I already paid on the Pivo website at the time of order. It is an American company. I guess they're not handling duties or whatever the case might be. Just something to keep in mind for my fellow Canadians who are maybe considering something like this. Very well built, very sturdy, very solid, and quite a bit of heft to it, I'm being honest. And again, very straightforward to use. It has a level built right into the front, and it has a on-off light, so you know when it's active. Charging very quick. Only took about 2 hours from the time I took it out of the box to charge it up and plug it in, and off you go. Don't think I would really recommend using the remote for video, but I think for photos, the remote is quite handy. And it does ship with the batteries included, which is also kind of nice. A lot of things like this, you're not going to get the batteries out of the box. So overall, based on my testing, what do I think of the Pivo? What I'm going to say is, on the video side, face tracking is very cool. The technology works very well. I didn't really find it to be choppy or unresponsive or anything like that. However, as I mentioned, the other two modes were a little iffy. Body tracking, I wish there was a little bit more control, a little more programmability into how you can control and track things. The horse mode, I don't know what that's for, whether it's for like sportscasting or something like that, but it did nothing for me. And I don't know if a lot of other people are going to repeat that result or well, but full disclosure, it didn't work for me in any of my tests. The photo side, I've only done limited testing. However, I will say the ability to automatically focus on your face, if you're using the rear cameras, is very handy. If you are somebody who does a lot of photography for, say, Instagram or social media, and it is just you and you do normally use a tripod setup and with a self-timer, this might save you having to do a couple of retakes because it's going to allow you to focus on your face and nail the first shot, you know, the way that you want it. I would recommend at least checking it out. The technology is pretty cool, and it does work quite well if you're looking for face tracking and face motion detection. And if you're looking for some of the other things, or you are big on taking pictures of yourself with a tripod, again, it might be something kind of cool to check out. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll drop the link to the Pivo so you can check it out yourself in the description down below. If you have any questions or if you have the Pivo yourself, drop a comment. Let me know how you're enjoying it. Let me know what you want to know about it. Thanks, guys, and we'll talk to you soon.